It's Mary. Talk to Me Tuesday, November 27th, 2018. And I got a little bit work done this week in my spare time. First on my Hocus Pocus quilt, which I still am just thoroughly enjoying. I got 2 blocks finished, but they're not regular blocks. This quilt is the equivalent of 100 blocks, and by that I mean that if you take the average block, which is 5 inches as designed, 6 inches that I'm doing because I thought it would be easier on my eyes, and there are 10 of those by 10, so it's 100 blocks. And so if each block was 5 by 5 or 6 by 6, there would be 100 of them, but some of the blocks are 2 blocks big or more. And so a regular size block is actually 1% of the quilt, which requires no math at all, just counting. Anyway, so this week I did 6% of the quilt. First is Jay's cage. I don't know if you remember Jay from the movie. Here he is in his cage, and I put a quilt on him. So this is 12 by 12, 10 by 10 is designed, which means it is 4 blocks big and 4% of the quilt. So I'm happy with that. And then the second one is the cauldron fire. This is the one that the witches used under their cauldron to do bad things. So this is 12 by 6, 10 by 5 as designed, and so it is the equivalent of 2 blocks. So this would be 2 more percent. So I'm down 6 more percent into my quilt. Happy with that. The other 2 quilts I'm working on, of course, are the Medallion Challenge through the National Quilting Circle, and they've just on Friday released week 6 of 9, and I'm on week 5, but that's okay. As of last Tuesday, I had made, this is week 4, and I had made 4 of these out of 8. So I've now finished 4 more, so I'm finished with week 4. So that turned out pretty nicely. And then week 5 is a cute little block. This is a 6-inch block, 6.5 before seams. Isn't that cute? It's a fun block. It makes up real fast. So why did it take me a week to make this block? We need 40 of them. Not 4, not 40. 40. So this was my test block because, of course, I had to convert it to a paper piece and test it out. This is my test block. I am now about halfway through the other 39. So, I'm doing one section at a time times 39. So I have 39 more blocks half finished. So definitely getting there. There's the, I didn't make, the pattern I made has pieces here, but that was just not a good use of paper. So that one's coming along really well. If I spend a couple more hours finishing those 39, then I can get to week 6, which is an easy block, and they're not many of them. So maybe 8. So I should be caught up on that hopefully by Friday when week 7 comes out. It is a 9-week challenge. So that's shaping up nicely. This is the layout I like. What they've kind of leaked out, because there's a lap size version and a bed size version, and the lap size version has an inner border where this space is, then an outer border with a layout similar to this, but I like this better, but I'm going to have to, I'm working on it. We're going to see how the design works, but I'm not happy with one section of it as designed, although the block is beautiful. I don't like how it's coming out on the whole medallion thing, and so it's kind of hard to explain, but I may have to change it. So anyway, that is the medallion quilt. And then the third quilt I'm still working on is this Saints quilt, and I made a second fleur-de-lis. So I now have 3 out of 8 fleur-de-lis, and I have 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think I have 8. They're not all up there. I think I have 8 of these. So that's coming right along. I still just love that fleur-de-lis. Isn't it beautiful? And that's made by Jennifer over at Sew Hooked. And it's a fun block to make. I could actually make those all day, but there's no rush on this one anymore because the person I'm thanking has slowed down on her progress, and so this is not as immediate as it had been at one time. And I'm thinking about the sashing. I want it to be mostly black. I want it to not distract from the rest of this, but I don't think I want it solid black. I know I wanted 2.5 inches because these half square triangles are 2.5 inches. So what I'm thinking at this point, and if you ladies have any great ideas, let me know, but what I'm thinking at this point is a 2.5-inch black strip between and possibly a 2.5-inch square or half square or something in the corners. But I'm going to lay that out on my design program or possibly on my design wall and see what I think. I'm not quite there yet, but that's what I'm thinking. And I have a nice backing for it already, so I'm thinking it's going to stay simple. It's just a lap quilt, and it's going to be big enough. I want it to be at least 5 feet square, possibly a little more. Excuse me just a minute. I'm getting a little cough in my throat, so I have to drink a lot, although I don't drink. LSU quilt. I'm real happy that I got that paw design in my head, and I had to get it on a design and get it tested, and it tested out, and it looks great, and then I could let that go. So I wasn't ready to start a 4th quilt right now, and so I'm really happy that I'm comfortable with that, and I can finish one of these other 3 before I can start on that one. So that is all I did this week. Worked a little too hard and dealt with some other stressors in my life, but those are the 3 quilts I'm still working on, and they are chugging along. So 3 more weeks and we'll know how this one looks, and we've got just 4 or 5 more weeks before the Hocus Pocus one is finished, and I'll see if I can get caught up. I'm a little behind on that one too. So I'm not terribly disappointed with my progress. I'm staying on track and working on all 3 of these at the same time, but they will kind of probably all be finishing up around the same time. So that's all I've got for you. I hope you have a good week, and if you've got any thoughts on what to put when I finish these 16 blocks, let me know in the comment section, and I hope you have a great week. Bye.